Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday, it's November 16th of 2022, and we've got lots to talk about as usual. So first of all, I want to start off talking about the fact that we are still here on the Norwegian Encore, and I wanted to let you know that we are thoroughly enjoying ourselves. Now, the Norwegian Encore, if you didn't know this, came online in 2019. So she came online, they sailed some, and then in 2020 she was no longer in action for a while during the shutdown for COVID. And so she is still like a very new ship. Now, there are some things that I honestly think are very similar to Princess in sailing on this ship. Now, if I sailed on an older ship, there might be some more differences. I'm going to need to do that to tell you. It's like last week when we were on Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. She is an older ship, and so I think that our sailing experience would be different on one of the big Oasis class ships that are much newer. So I want to point that out to you, but I just wanted to let those of you who are wondering if Norwegian would be a good fit for you, if you've seen an itinerary that you like, or like a really great deal on a cruise, I think that you might like it. I would do this week again. We have thoroughly enjoyed it so far. I would say they have like 3 main dining rooms, Taste, Savor, and Manhattan. And it's a lot like Princess. You just go, you eat. They're pretty dining rooms. Everything is like that. They have a really nice buffet here. We've eaten lunch there several, the days that we've been on board we've had lunch there, let's see, on Sunday and Monday. And yesterday we ate in one of their little, it's called the Local. They've got sandwiches, nachos, some things like that. It's included. And I had a Reuben sandwich and it was absolutely delicious. That's what I had for lunch yesterday, so that's really fun. They've got lots of bars all over this ship, so it's easy to get a drink. The pool area is nice. It is a smaller pool area, I would say, than we're used to on Princess, but I'm going to take some time and go try to see more of that area this afternoon. So I've just been really busy with the conference that I'm on board for, but we are thoroughly enjoying ourselves. It's very nice, and they even have, on Princess, how up when you're on the pool deck, there's all the tables where you can eat, that's kind of under the shade with windows to look out. They have that same thing here. So for example, the day before yesterday, Monday, we were having a little bit of a late lunch and it was really busy in the buffet area, so we just stepped outside and ate out there, and it was absolutely beautiful. The other thing I think you might like to know is the internet is really not bad on this ship. It's not as bad as it was on the Discovery Princess when I was just on her at the end of October, and it's way better than it was on Explorer of the Seas last week. It's not perfect all the time. It's okay, but I've been able to answer some emails and do a couple of Wi-Fi calls, so that's been really nice. They have it so that you can upgrade to the even faster internet, and to be truthful, we haven't done that yet. I was trying to decide if we need to, and if we need to, we'll still try to do that, but we haven't done that yet. So if you get on and you've paid for the lower level, or it's included with your sailing, it's $70 for a week to upgrade to the faster internet. So that's kind of where we are right now. If you've got any questions about our experience here on the Norwegian Encore, or anything you want me to find out, just let me know. We are kind of formulating our list to talk about what we really like about the different cruise lines and what we think about it, but I was actually really pleased that it is so nice on this ship, and that I would be happy to repeat this week. The only thing I would say that I really don't like is we just have a standard balcony cabin and it is really small. The closet is tiny. They've got some shelves, but there is really not a lot of storage space. There's under the sofa here, there's like drawers you can pull out, just like 2 large drawers, but other than that, there is really not anywhere to put your stuff, and so hopefully it's not too much of a mess behind you. But on the sofa, I just have my large suitcase open because and we've been traveling for 2.5 weeks, so I do have more clothes than usual, but there, even if I was traveling for 1 week, there is really not enough space to put everything. So that's the only thing that I don't really like, is Is it a deal breaker? Heavens, no. It's just fine. But I just wanted to let you know that. Now, we've got a couple of other things that I think are important for us to talk about, and then I want to talk to you about a land tour in Alaska for 2023 that Gordon and I are thinking of signing up for. I don't know if anybody else wants to think about it. Doing a land tour in 2023 wasn't really on my list. I've been thinking of just going to Alaska on Princess because I want to, but I enjoy Alaska so much. Like, Alaska, to me, you go there, you fill up, and you come home. Something about that wilderness and just the beauty of nature really has a very centering effect on me. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But first of all, I was reading through some other forums and just things. Sometimes I do that just to try to get a feeling of the pulse of what's going on things. And someone is wondering if the Coral Princess has Diet Coke or Pepsi, like Coke or Pepsi products. So if anyone can comment, that would be great. I would think that they have Coke products because that's who Princess's contract is with. But being down in Australia, I didn't know if there is any change in that. So those of you who have sailed on the Coral Princess, if you wouldn't mind letting us know, that would be great. Another thing that I think is really important for you to know is I have seen in several places, as well as received some emails from our Let's Go family members, that medallions are arriving late, or the shipping is much slower on the little medallion that you get to sail on Princess, or they're just like not arriving before people go, even though that they ordered them well in advance. And so it sounds like a lot more of them are having to be picked up at the port. I can't find anything. I've been looking around for the reason on that. I haven't seen anything released about that, but I just wanted to tell you, if you are ready to go on your cruise and your medallion doesn't come, don't worry about it. I have several people that I know have had to pick up theirs at the port. It's really smooth. You get it and you get on board really quick. So don't let that be distressing you. And so that's, I think, an important update. And here's another update for you, and I hate to have to tell you this. Our Let's Go family member who had sent me the update from the Grand Princess and let us know that Starlink was on that ship, bless her, she sent me an update and said, you know what, I was wrong. That's not Starlink on that ship. And so I wanted to let you all know that. It's, of course it's disappointing because we all get so excited about having fast internet, but you know what, it's really easy to make a mistake in it. And so I appreciate you all sending me your updates. It helps us all out, but don't be looking for Starlink on the Grand Princess. I have heard rumors about Starlink coming to Princess, and I've heard it from several people actually, and a couple of them are people who the people that I've heard it from the most are people who actually work for Princess, but it sounds like it's a long ways down the road. So we're just going to have to keep our eye out. That's just what I've heard. Like I said, they don't really know when, but they think it's coming. But anyway, so we'll just keep working on the internet. And I understand that it's really hard to have the internet work really well on ships. It's just kind of hard when we all expect things to work. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about, like I said, is the cruise tour, the land tour. A cruise tour is like when you do some land and then you go on a cruise, or you go on a cruise and then you do a land tour with it. So Princess has put together a special land tour that is associated with World Travel Holdings Dream Vacations that I am associated with. And they told us about this yesterday, and you know what? It made me think, oh, maybe we should do that. And the really nice thing about it is, if you're not aware of this, usually when you go on a land tour, you have the luxury of, like, whether the land tour is before or after your cruise, when you're on the cruise ship, all of the food is included like we are used to. But on a land tour, your food is not included. And so usually they'll have it that you can buy a package that has like X number of breakfasts and lunch is in it, and then you just pay that extra. Or you can just buy your food at the lodges is when you want to eat, like for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I got to talk with someone from Princess yesterday that manages a bunch of that, and they were saying that the reason that they do that is because a lot of times people are coming and going and all these different excursions that you can take from the lodges, or people are coming, coming and going at different times. And so if you handed them out and charged them and included the price for 3 meals a day in everyone's, package, there would probably be a lot that wouldn't be used, because you have all these different land tours coming into the lodges at different times and people coming and going. So that made a lot of sense to me. But I wanted to let you know that on this package here that I wanted to tell you about, it is going to, well, here, let me tell you the itinerary first and then tell you what I think is nice about it. So first of all, it's called the Denali Explorer Exclusive Cruise Tour. And it's got several dates that it's going to go. It's going to go May 16th and 30th, June 13th and 27th, July 11th and 25th, August 8th, and the 22nd, and then again on September 5th. So I love that there's lots of days to pick from, because next year we have a busy year, especially in the middle of the summer, and we've got our group cruise that I'm so excited about on Holland America's Eurodom. That's going to be sailing on May 27th. So if any of you want to come with us on that, we would love to have you. Those of us who are already signed up, it's a lovely, lovely group that we have got going, and it's going to be wonderful. So anyway, it leaves from Anchorage, and you leave from Anchorage, you come into Anchorage, you stay overnight in Anchorage, and then the next day you leave and you go to Mount McKinley Lodge, you spend 1 night there, and then you go to Denali Lodge and you spend 2 nights there. This includes some time on a bus, and it includes that beautiful train ride that everybody talks about that you get to go on while you're in Alaska. And then after those days, then you end up boarding the ship there in Whittier and going southbound for the cruise of the glaciers, and you get to go to Glacier Bay National Park and the Hubbard Glacier. If you haven't been to the Hubbard Glacier yet, she is worth visiting. It's an extraordinary, extraordinary glacier. So beautiful. We saw her for the first time in 2017, and our captain was Captain Bye Bye, and he did a really good job of getting us right close up there. They had another excursion that you could get off the ship, and it was the Star Princess that we were on at that time. You could get on a smaller boat and go up, even they went so close to the glacier, so I'm hoping they run that excursion this time, because we were too slow to sign up for that. But I just wanted to let you know this is an amazing tour that they have put together, and it includes it includes a breakfast at Mount McKinley, the Princess Wilderness Lodge there, dinner at Fanny Q Saloon, and the Tundra Wilderness Tour upgrade. So if you're not familiar with the Tundra Wilderness Tour, an upgrade, you go further, okay? And then it includes the Husky Homestead excursion, where you get to go see all those little huskies that they have that grow up to be sled dogs. Like, how fun is that? And then 2 breakfasts at the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge. So that to me is awesome. An interesting thing to me, and you think about everything that has happened during COVID. The place that used to do the Husky Homestead excursions, you're not going to believe it, they closed and they went out of business. And so Princess had to go and find another place that would do this for them, and she said that it's just outstanding. But it's such a reminder to us all of the impact that COVID has had in these regions, and it also reminds me to be a little bit more patient when an excursion doesn't go exactly the way that I expected, or something has to be canceled the last minute. I think that there are a lot of people who are really struggling to keep, of course, their businesses open, and then Princess has a lot on their plate, as all of the cruise lines do, in trying to work with places that are having a hard time, or maybe brand new at this, whatever the case may be. But I thought that this sounds like an amazing tour, and it starts, so the cruise fare starts at $2,448 a person. So of course, be aware that when they say that the prices start at, it's always an interior, you guys, and then it will go up from there based on if you want a balcony, but the cheapest interior is what that $2,448 is. So when we get home, we're going to go ahead and look at our schedule, talk to our children, and see if we think we can get on this. And so if anybody else is interested, or if you even want to go another week when we're not going, because I think this is actually really a great deal. Those the cruise tours are very expensive, and so if you think you want to come, you can send me an email. Like I said, this is not on the Princess website, but I can send you the information for it and let you know what the full itinerary is and everything that goes with it. But if you wanted to go on a cruise tour, and they take you, I like Mount McKinley Lodge in Denali for 2 nights, and the Mount McKinley for 1. That's a really good cruise tour. And so I just wanted to make you aware of that. And the other fun thing to go with it is it's a distinctive voyage. They have classified, which is even nicer. That means that you're going to have someone with you the whole time to facilitate everything and make sure that everything is going smoothly. They said that you can even apply for that. I'm very tempted to apply for that. I'm going to see what all it includes though. But let me know if you're interested at all, and that will kind of help us make up our mind. And if you want to go at another time when we can't go though, amazing. So, and the other thing is Princess is having a sale going on that you can get a 10-day cruise for a price of a 7-day cruise. That's remarkable. So I think honestly 2023 is going to be an amazing year to go to Alaska on Princess. I also think it's going to be amazing to go on Holland America. Definitely, like when I went last year, I was like, we've got to go on Holland America. It's remarkable, and I don't care how many times you have been on Princess or any other cruise line. It's a little different on Holland America. It's extraordinary. So I just wanted to share. Can you tell I'm really excited? I am so excited about this. I think it's great that they've got really great the great sales going with it. I just am so excited. So let me know if you have any questions about any of that. Thank you all very much for always being here, for being members of our Let's Go family. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, because we really need you with us. And I want to tell you all, I'm not sick. My allergies are not. I have a lot of allergies going on right now, but I feel fine. So, and if you appreciate these updates, please give this video a thumbs up. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.